another evening of retouching. Well, it was supposed to be with wine, but yeah, I changed. I still have the image I was working on the other day. I was naming the layers, and I need to do a few more adjustments. I never check with Will if this was okay, but I'm gonna leave it. So let me check. Is it live? Yeah. So I can. Oh no, I lost the chat. Okay, oh here. I can't make the chat pop, right? If someone knows how to do that. No idea. Anyway. Hello. So you can write to me on the chat, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make the size of Photoshop a bit smaller. If anyone knows of a better way to do this, you are welcome to tell me. Okay, can you hear me all right? Oh, I can actually I think I can see the chat on my phone. Yes, I can. Hello. Okay, so I don't know if you can read me or not, but now I don't need to be half screen. I can see it on my phone. If someone writes something. Okay, so a few things I need to take care of. The black in the gums, and well, some more dodging and burning. I'm thinking about the skin in the body to see if I think I wanna get rid of some of the harsher texture. Oh, there we go. Now I can read you on my phone because I downloaded the app. I'm learning. You know, sorry about the train. You know, Guido was at my house and he can testify the train is not as loud as it sounds when I'm online. When you are here, you barely hear it. Anyway, so I'm gonna make the texture of the body less strong because I don't want to make it flat. I don't want to get rid of the texture. I want to be able to see, you know, the texture in the body when I'm far, like this, the white dots. But I am going to get rid of the strongest, the ones that call the eye more. So it's going to be a few streamings before I finish the story. I realized that I'm a lot slower when I have you guys watching. So by the way, everyone can read everyone in the chat, right? Like Javi can read Brainstar and Guido and Dali, and right? So you can all read each other. cool. So is there something you wanna like see me do before I keep on cloning in this image? Like I need to do a few things. I need to, okay, let's mark it up as if I am my own client. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to get rid of the black in the gums. I need to get rid of a few more lines. I need to do, I need to break this separation in the fingers. I'm gonna see if that works because I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe it's gonna make the fingers look like sausages. So I'm gonna try and see if it works. So I need to do some more dodging and burning in some parts of the body. I don't know if you see these stains. If you didn't see it, if you didn't see them before, you see them now that I'm marking them up. Also here, like this part is like too blue. It's different than this. What else? The face is quite nice. I need to get rid of some flying hairs. I need to do a lot of liquifying. I'm gonna mark that with another color. Like I need to make the edge of the hair less well, more round. I'm not gonna touch her features because, well, she's gorgeous. I am going to like work a lot on the nails because the nails are a big part of the image, not only in this image but all the others too. So those are the things that I want to do before I finish this image. So do you want to see me doing something first? Because so this is, I'm gonna mark this up, mark up, because you are all going to have this PSD file eventually. So this is the harmony. So this is color, nails, and this is hat. Dodging and burning. I thought I had more layers. And clean up. Okay, cool. So I'll keep going. You're very easy to please. For those of you who don't know what I'm drinking, this thing, this is mate. It's a South American beverage. Actually, I found out the last time I went to Germany, I found that it's quite popular there. You actually have a soda. Dum dum. Do 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 do. I forgot. I'm gonna put not this. I'm gonna put that I'm live on the group. Is it wrong to shamefully promote my channel in my own group? Do 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 do. Twitch. So now you can see me doing this. Twitch.tv Natalia. I don't know how people can't find me. A lot of people are asking me, so what's your Twitch? Have you tried like my name? Twitch live now. There we go. If you do stories, tag me. And let's share this in a group. Okay, I think I did it. Chat. Okay, let's keep cloning. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Mhm. Mhm. I've seen people cloning in my classes, right? Students, and when they make a mistake, they keep going and they try to cover it up. I think undo. I mean, my fingers, by the way, are right there in the undo all the time. Is the thing that I use the most. Wait. Hello, Danielle. When I'm cloning, because the thought process when you clone should be really fast, right? Really, really fast. But okay, so I sample, right, and I clone. Does it look better or doesn't it? So if it looks better, you keep going. If it doesn't look better, you undo it and do it again. You don't keep going. I mean, or you don't just, because I've seen people clone like this. Listen, and there's no way you're thinking like that's no there's no thought process behind that cloning. You're just making everything disappear regardless of if it looks better or not. So the thought process should always be, so sample, clone, does it look better? Yeah, okay, I keep going. And that gets pretty automatic and pretty fast, but you still have to do it. Otherwise, you're just, well, click, clicking, clicking with no consideration. Okay, so lines. I like in the eyes and in the under the arms to be only one line. So I usually make all the other lines disappear. And the one that is left, I make it straight. So I'm going to leave this one and I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't even know why, by the way. There's no logic. I just don't like armpits with more than one line. There's a bit of discoloration. I'm gonna fix this with dodging and burning, and this bit with some color correction. I mean lighten, right? Yes. Shoot. There's so much detail in her skin. It's really difficult to clone. I remember when I was starting out retouching, I worked for a Canadian photographer and I did a lot of black models. And I remember I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, I think I'm racist because I don't want to do any more black people when I'm retouching. White skin is so much easier to do and lamer, by the way. There's no texture whatsoever. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest with touching and burning because I don't want to mess up the texture. What about this? Yeah, I can close some here. Otherwise, when I'm doing touching and burning, it's gonna be too much. Smaller. Let's get rid of these lines. So again, we get rid of lines. We don't soften lines. If you soften lines, it looks awful and fake. Okay, where I'm going to, oh no, not yet. Because I need to fix those nails eventually. So in order to do that, I wanna get rid of the color because I can redo this mask. So wow, it looks. Oh, I don't know who thought about that. I hope the photographer. Well, I hope the makeup artist is not here. I don't think the photographer cares. But who thought about this color of nail polish? It's horrible. Oh, sorry, I neglected the chat. Oh, no one's chatting. Oh, come on, chat, people. Ask me questions. Keep me entertained. Someone is asking me to explain what I'm doing. Well, literally, now, ahora estoy limpiando la imagen, ¿sabes? Clean. Entonces, todo lo que tenga que ver con texturas, ¿no? Se clona o se hace con el Healing Brush, ¿no? Clonado o Healing Brush. Yo uso modo normal, modo aclarar y modo oscurecer. Mientras voy trabajando en la imagen lo voy cambiando, no hay uno que use más. Y uso tanto healing como cloning, o sea, uso los dos. Más clono de lo que uso healing, especialmente en una imagen como esta, que la textura es tan dura, ¿no? Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm almost done with the dodging and burning. By the way, I'm gonna do a small trick for the nails. So I create an empty layer. I turned off every other layer, like all the color, everything else. I only have the cleanup and one empty layer. Because I'm gonna push the color. I could paint it, but I rather use this. I'm gonna go over the edge. There. And I'm gonna do it with the highlight because it looks awful. Okay. Of course, I'm not gonna leave it full, but okay. And everything that I painted or smooched, I'm going to match the. Oh, I'm going to. Oh, I hate the squares in Photoshop. I'm going to match the pixel noise of the original image. So 1 is too much. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to blur it a bit. So now whatever I painted looks like the rest of the nail. And now I'm gonna paint it back in because I went over the edge because it's easier that way. I do it with nails and teeth and belts and, well, products, pretty much everything. Everything that I do product-wise is done like that. There. So now I'm going to liquify. I don't know if I'm going to liquify the nails now or after I'm done cleaning it up. So, but I want to see it finished, so I'm gonna do one by one. Because this is the kind of liquify that is only for a detail, and I don't think someone is going to want back the crooked nails. So honestly, Like, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that not the makeup artist, not the photographer, not the editor or the production manager. No one is going to notice that I liquefy the nails. These are the kind of things that only I care about and no one else does. I do it anyway. You have no idea how many times I have sent an image, right, to review only the tones, right, by the client, and they go, "Oh, it's lovely. Send me the high res." And I'm like, "No, no, no. I haven't done like most things. I need to do a lot more things." But they don't even realize. I mean, most images after you do color and some cleaning, they already look better. So yeah, the curse of caring a lot. Someone said, how much precision or something like that. You mean, Javi, dices arreglar las uñas o el licuado de las uñas? ¿A qué le llamaba mucha precisión? Porque en realidad en una toma como esta, en donde las manos están tan presentes, que las uñas se vean perfectas, es casi, o sea, es casi un must, ¿no? O sea, es como re importante que las uñas se vean bien. Sorry, I changed to Spanish again. I'm saying that in a shot like this, it's very important that the nails look absolutely perfect and flawless. It's not just another part of the image. It's it's the main part. There is no makeup other than this. Hello, Braulio. Hola, Braulio. Yeah, and also también no me gusta cuando las uñas tienen este bultito. I don't like it when the nails have like a curve on top because it looks like a wedge. No, no modifico mis pinceles. I don't use brushes, different brushes. I think Carrie Bean, she's a lot. She thinks brushes have a lot of importance. I think she spends like the first hour of her class explaining her brushes and how it's important to use brushes. I think I just got used to working with normal brushes, and I've never found the need or the use to change brushes. That I'm mentioning Kerry because I mean I don't do it, but I know other retouchers swear by it. So it's not like it's not important. It's just not important to me. Mari, ¿hablas inglés? ¿O te lo repito a vos en castellano? No uso pinceles modificados. Yo uso el pincel normal. Lo único que desactivo siempre, 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 siempre es el smoothing y, y la presión del pincel cuando estoy haciendo Dodge and Burn o cualquier cosa, porque yo necesito que lo que yo veo, el circulito que yo veo en pantalla, sea el tamaño del pincel. I'm saying that the only thing that I change about the normal brushes is the smoothing. I turn it off. I hate it. And the pressure sensitivity when I'm painting in dodging and burning, I turn it off as well, because I need the circle that I see on screen, I need that to be the exact size of what I'm painting, because dodging and burning is a bit like painting inside the lines. I'm gonna save this mesh in case I need it, like further down. Nails. Clark. There we go. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna need it like right now because I'm gonna need it to fix the mask of my nails that I already had. So I'm gonna go to the nails that I already had in yellow, and I'm going to liquify this mask. I'm gonna load, actually I could load last mesh. There. Okay, by the way, when you do this, loading meshes into masks, always check. Okay, wait. Brainstar, do you still use opacity overflow with the... Yes. Didn't I show this the other day? Okay, so 2 days ago I explained this, but I'm going to explain it again because I think it's important. So when you're painting on the mask, when you're dodging and burning, so for someone who's not reading the chat, Brainstar asked if I still use opacity overflow. So with opacity, right, when I paint, it does like this. So unless I lift the pen and go over, there's no added opacity, okay? But with flow, if we do the same with flow, okay, see what happens in the edges? So I can't control going over like unwillingly, you know, without wanting to, because I'm painting on a mask, so I'm not looking at it constantly. So I rather not risk it, you know. I rather not risk um, the added luminosity in a dodge and burn mask. Oh, by the way, I was saying that when you apply a mesh to a mask, like I did with the nails, always check it, you know, just in case. Wow, that's a horrible mask. But let's see. Liquify, okay. I'm checking if the mask changed correctly. Yeah, I don't trust it, so I'm gonna redo it. Well, not redo it, but fix it. I lost the chat, sorry. Someone is called Max Betrayer. I don't want to be your friend. How can I trust you? You why is your name Betrayer? Just in case, don't give him any like recipe, like cooking secrets or anything. He's gonna sell them online. Max Betrayer. So you know, girls, don't date him. Why? Why? Why Betrayer? So weird. Okay, so these parts with less nail polish, I'm gonna mimic the ending of the original makeup. Actually, I'm not, because I'm gonna fix that with cloning, so I'm gonna do this later. Okay, so let's go back to fixing the nails. See, looking at the chat and all that gets me distracted. Too dark. Do you use desaturation? Yep. Sorry, I just saw this. This is my help. But right now I'm cloning, so I'm not gonna use it. I don't like highlights being too perfect, but I don't like them being too bad either, so I need to find that perfect middle ground. No more nails on the top. Let's go down. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna save. Oh, I just saw hair on the nose. Remind me to retouch the hair in the nose. I'm gonna do this in a new layer. Okay, that works. Why in a new layer? Because I need to mask it and color correct it a bit. Like I need to make it a bit brighter and less saturated. Not so much brighter. I need to match, the color underneath so it looks natural. Okay, and now I'm gonna hide it and then paint it back where the nail is. Yeah, it needs to be light on the top and darker on the bottom. So let's go back to the adjustment. That works. I wasn't painting, by the way. I was cloning. Uh, Actually, I do. But if there's music, you can't hear me when I give out this like pointless tiny explanations. If there was like a way to make the music go down automatically when I speak, that would be awesome. I'm sure if you pay someone that could be arranged. Okay, so now that I'm here, let's fix the hairy nose. I've never met someone with so much hair in the nose. Okay, so I think I'm gonna clone out the nose instead of cloning in the hair. I don't want to disturb the nail. No, let's do something else. So I'm going to select this. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of painting. It depends. Someone asked if I zoom more than 300% when working. Well, I don't know what zoom level I'm at. Yeah, I'm for. Yeah. So I do. It depends. In like right now, I'm doing something very particular in a very specific part of the image. So I need to see the edge of the nail and the hair of the nose. So only for this kind of, because from the far the shadow of the nail is gonna look odd if I don't keep it. And when I was cloning to get rid of the hair, I lost some of the shadow on the nail. See? So now I'm excusing for zooming so close. So the problem with zooming close is that you end up doing more than you need. Okay, I was in normal, I need to be darkened. But if you zoom in and you do what you have to do, like get rid of the hair, right? Getting rid of the hair is gonna make the nose sharper. So that's why I'm doing it. Right. If you do what you need to do and then zoom out immediately, it's not gonna be a problem. Hello, Daniel. And cereza. That's not your real name, right? Cereza means cherry in Spanish. Remember, this is one of the things that I said I needed to fix. Another mistake that I see very often is that people get rid of flying hairs just because they are flying hairs. And that's not really how this work should be handled. I mean, there should be some flying hair like on the edges, otherwise it's just weird. Like why does she have a perfectly like round head? That's weird, fake. I don't believe it. My eyes don't believe it. There. So I only get rid of like things popping too much. Okay, so I'm gonna do another liquify to make the. I usually do it at the end, but in this case I don't have a client, so I'm gonna do it when I want it. Yeah. So I'm gonna save again like head. And I'm going to apply it to this. And this one. I always do the color first, but I usually redo most of my masks. Oh, that looks so pretty. See how tiny little changes go improve the image bit by bit. César. Cerezar. Ah, mira vos. Okay, let's fix the gums. And a bit of the lip as well. So let's saturate those shadows. But not too much. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. So what did I do? I saw the shadows of the gums were a bit grayish, and I added the color that I needed instead of black. And now I'm painting. Dum, 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 dum. It was minimal what I did to color, by the way. It was only mostly the nails. Well, on the blue background. But it does make a huge difference. Okay. Let's add a bit of saturation to everything. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm fixing the black in the gums. The closest I look at the teeth, the more things bother me. Okay, so this is kind of disgusting because I need to actually clone her plaque away. So her, how do you call this? Flipped doesn't change anything. If the wheel is flipped, it doesn't change anything. The problem would be if the colors are not in the same um, position. By the way, I made my kid leave me chipa bread because he had a whole bag, and I had to do this, the streaming, and I knew that he would eat it all if I didn't ask. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up this. What do you call this? And I'm gonna eat this. Mm. So you're gonna see me eating pita bread. Mm-mm. Okay, so I saw a few more questions. I'm gonna be reading that as well. I'm gonna cover the camera so you don't see me eating the bread. Marilyn. Marilyn, mira. Ok, mira Marilyn. Cuando clonas, ¿no? Yo puedo clonar en normal. Entonces agarro toda esta línea y la clono acá. Ahí cloné la línea, ¿no? Fenómeno. Ok, this one. Pero si yo clono en aclarar y sampleo de acá, ¿no? Que está oscuro. Acá no hace nada. ¿Entendés? Porque no hay nada para aclarar. Esto es más oscuro que esto. El sample point es más oscuro que el destination. Entonces, para aclarar, yo tengo que aclarar, si yo quiero sacar esta textura oscura, agarro textura más clara y la puedo cubrir. ¿Por qué es mejor hacer eso que normal? Bueno, por ejemplo, ¿ves acá que había empezado una línea pero no termina? O sea, empieza una línea como oscura, o sea, empieza una línea oscura pero se interrumpió. Entonces yo puedo agarrar, oscurecer, ¿no? Y voy a dibujar esa línea y no me va a tocar esto que ya estaba bien, ¿entendés? Esto que ya estaba bien lo va a dejar igual. Solo va a oscurecer la parte clara. Entonces, eso es lo que a mí me interesa. Yo uso oscurecer y aclarar porque no necesito cambiar todo el surrounding. O sea, yo quiero sacar estas dos pelotitas, ¿entendés? Y no quiero que me toque el color de al lado. Entonces, elijo lighten y solo me va a oscurecer lo que está más oscuro. Lo de al lado no lo va a tocar porque es de la misma luminosidad. ¿Se entendió? Yellow in the teeth, yes. Blake. Yeah, I was thinking Blake. Okay, no more questions. Keep going. Keep going with the... Okay, so what's worst? Retouching teeth or hair in the nipple? Let's gamble. What do you think? Ah. Tum tum turururum tum. Turu turururu tum. Turu turururu tum. Tururu tururum. Turu tururum. Turu tururum. My workshops are 2 days of 12 hours every day, and most of the times I'm humming Christmas songs. And I'm an atheist, so it makes completely no sense whatsoever. Okay, so remember I said that I use it for teeth as well? Okay, now you're gonna see why. Turu turururu tururu turururu tum. Turururu. Straight, kind of. Okay, so same thing. I turn every layer off. I only leave the one that I'm working on, and I create a new one so I can push the edge of the... Oh, I did it wrong. I push the edge of whatever I'm transforming. It looks a lot better than cloning. And remember, you need to copy the pixel noise. Come on. Zoomed in without wanting to. Yeah, just use uniform. And a bit of blur, that's it. I didn't realize that she has like 2 levels of color. Do you see it? That's weird. So I'm gonna remove the yellow. So this is color, and let's create over the Dolce & Burning underneath the general color corrections, which is not the same as yellow. Let's brighten it up and desaturate it. Let's open, make it wider. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys have seen How I Met Your Mother, but I think I was singing the boobs on the bus go up and down like for at least a year. I'm really weak-minded when it comes to music. I don't know if the white on the gums should be corrected or not. Like, this is not my area of expertise. Is that white on the gum like a normal thing or not? I don't like how it looks, so I'm going to fix it. So maybe cloning this and transforming it. So it doesn't look exactly the same. Come on. This one doesn't need a highlight, just needs to be like this one, but maybe lighter. So this one I'm gonna paint it and see how it looks. I need more noise. I'm mimicking the texture around. I could, instead of doing that, I could just like sample this and put it on top of whatever I drew. This one, right? Yeah. And just do a high pass to extract the texture and put it on overlay. That could be another way of like mimicking the texture around there. Maybe transform it a bit. Now it looks like it has a halo. Yeah, but it works. It's like the other one. The halo was already there. I can dodge and burn that halo. Okay, clean up. Ah, by the way, everything that is cleanup related, I just have it on one layer like this. I need to put down that highlight. Marta Urs asked me how much feather I use in the pen tool. There is no right answer. I mean, you should have your selection should be as harsh as the natural edge would be, if that makes sense. For example, if I'm selecting this lip, then my feather is going to be around 3, 4. But if I'm selecting, the nail, right? Actually, my feather is going to be 1, 2. But if I'm selecting something sharper, there's nothing sharper. There's no edge. Okay, so let's say here, see? Maybe my feather is going to be 0.5. So there's no... Guys, you need to get something straight. In retouching, there are no fixed numbers. There's no number that you use all the time. There's no radius that you use all the time. There's no noise that works every time. There's no grain that works on every image. There's no size of grain that works on every image. So it's always, it depends. What are you doing? What do you need it for? Like, why are you doing that? Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the nails. I got distracted with the teeth for a minute. Okay, now I missed the top lip being darker. So, where is that? Oh, don't tell me no, here. There. I missed the top lip being darker, so I'm gonna bring that back. There. It gave the mouth some depth, and I took it away when I retouched it. Okay, so let's keep going with the nails. I promised myself that I wouldn't go over an hour, and I'm already lying. This one is done, this one is done. This one, I need to fix the mask. No more nails? Okay, one hand done. One hand to go. There's not a lot more to do, by the way. I'm gonna leave the nails for a while. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see some dodging and burning or more color correction? So I'm always crunching just when I'm leaning down too much. So the photographer Clark is Will Clark. Okay, so color. There's not a lot to there's not a lot to correct, but because I already did most of it. Okay, so let's do this bit of arm. So how do you approach color corrections? You see the problem, you assess what color it is and what is off. For example, I'm going to zoom out because it's going to be easier to see. Okay? Okay, so there's a line there separating this tone from this tone, right? Do you see that? This tone is brown, this tone is brown with blue. There is also like a bit of that tone here and less. So let's say if we say it's 100% here, the same tone is here but 50. And here also, and maybe 30% I can find it there. So in those proportions I can see the same problem. Do you see it? Do you see it now? Okay, if no one answers, I won't keep going. Okay, so I need to fix this discoloration. So I said it was darker, right? It's darker and bluer. So I need to add light and remove some blue, and now it went to green and I don't want that, so I need it more like brownish. Okay, so I overdid it, right? I did it too much, but I got what I want, like I got the correction. Now I need to, like, I changed the opacity to 20%, and I'm gonna slowly paint in that correction, like dodging and burning but with color, right? There, actually it worked right away because I'm awesome, but it's probably not gonna be like so fast when you do it, and it's more trial and error. You make the correction and then you paint it in. I'm sorry that it worked so well so fast. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to tweak it a bit more. But there's no other way to do color corrections. There are no tricks. You have to find what the problem is. I need a little more red in the shadow here. You need to find what the problem is, and maybe some, like, not so much, a little bit less. There. So that's how I do every color correction. I find the problem and I paint on it with the color that it needs. Also, I'm thinking about, like, creating, because this highlight just ends here and I think it should keep going like this. I'm gonna paint it. I'm literally painting, guys. I'm not doing anything magical. I'm painting the highlight to see how it looks. Okay, so yeah, I think there should be a highlight there, like this one. But it doesn't draw too much attention there. No, I think it gives the arm some shape. So let's do it. Actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna draw it. Come on. Okay. It's not making me a new point in the middle, so I need to read. Okay, let's try there. It's the same as painting it, but faster. It's like the backwards process. There we go. Oh, and dodging and burning. Okay, so let's leave. I'm gonna leave. This is not a color correction, but I'm gonna put it in the color correction pile, so it's not adding into my dodging and burning. Okay, let's do some more dodging and burning, and then I need to go cook for my kid. Oh, actually, wait. Give me 1 second. Lauti, pelas, pelas, 2 papas y 2 zanahorias. 3 papas, 3 papas y 2 zanahorias. ¿Vale? Sí. Gracias. Okay. Now my kid is helping me cook. Okay, so now I have a bit more time. Let's turn this on. My son is not happy, by the way, not happy at all. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is why I don't use, yeah. I'm gonna leave it because someone is gonna ask me in 3 days why I don't use flow. It's a personal thing, by the way. A lot of people cannot work without flow, and they are people that I respect and people that I think are good retouchers. Okay. One mate. My washing machine. Oh, Max, betrayer, Maxi, sos Maxi, boludo, decime soy Maxi. Okay, so sorry for the delay. I'm actually looking at the image because I remember that someone asked me about the bone structure. So, okay, let's do red for shadows and blue for highlights. I'm gonna show you how, when I see this, how I see it, okay? Okay, so things that you should never like change about her. Oh, on top of the, yeah, this, right? I think this is awesome. This shape is awesome. The hole here. The same here. This triangle is the same as the other side. What else? She's a bit chubby. I mean, I need to figure out what to do with this. the body looks huge. Maybe crop. Like if you crop it, this would be perfect, and there wouldn't be a problem. Chest. We leave the boobs hole and the boob highlight. This, I think it can go. We need the shadow and highlight of the bones, but this is weird. Like these highlights are here are weird. Also, this spot is a shadow there. I think I want this highlight like longer, right? Maybe a bit of the same here, like some more highlight. So this needs to stay. The triangle in the chin, in the cheekbone needs to stay. Everything that gives volume needs to stay. See? It could be straighter. Like, see this one? This one is not straight. I can make it straight. So you don't change bone structure. You make it harder, you know? You make it tighter. I was not very clear when I was explaining that. I just realized. So if you understood, just nod. If you didn't. Lydia. Because flow is more like drawing. Yeah. But when you're drawing, you're actually looking at the paper, right? You can see that you added luminosity. When you're dodging and burning, you're painting on a mask that you can't see. You're looking at the image. And sometimes you're painting in like 5%, like opacity is nothing. So if something happens that you can't see it, you might keep going. And then when you stop, you realize that you have like little tiny dots of light. I've seen it in students. I guess if you realize that you're doing it, then it doesn't matter. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna zoom out because I want to check that. I want to check the shape and see what I can improve. I always dodge on them between 5 and 10 because I rather add up the strongest you paint, the faster you can fuck it up. So if you are going to ruin an image, just do it slowly. I'm trying to see what happened here. Like, I think it's the like kind of the shadow of the hand, and that's why the highlight in the chest is so uneven. If I'm going to do this daily retouching thing on Twitch, you need to accept me smoking. I was wondering the other day if it was like awful that I was smoking on camera, but I smoke, so not smoking on camera for 2 hours, I'm just lying. But I do understand that it looks like a I was going to say a French hooker, and then I thought, is that like non politically correct to say that? Like a old movie French prostitute. There we go. That sounds better. I need to see this because it's very important in the chest area that it doesn't look flat and it doesn't look weird. So yeah, I like that. That looks good. I'm wondering how much of this I can take out. I think this is okay. I can take that out. Okay, it's going really blue because of a lot of highlight. Okay, so I need a different kind of touching and burning where there's highlight. I'm gonna do a cheating touching and burning, so I'm gonna make it darker and warmer. Texture is different where there's light. So here what I have to do is I have to dodge and burn this highlight, but taking the texture into account. Otherwise it's just gonna look weird. Still looks weird. Yeah, I'm gonna clone it. Okay, so I like this. I don't like this, and I don't like this. I think I'm gonna clone it out, or like paint it and put texture on it, like on this area. I would never do that on the face, by the way, but on the body, it's not so. It's not gonna tell. So let's try that, evening the fingers, evening out the fingers. So making the transition between dark and light. Oh shit, I'm dodging and burning in 20. I was checking if you were paying attention, by the way, and you weren't. Okay. So dodging the dark a bit and burning the light a bit, and so bringing the two sides together without making like this cut. It's like she got tanned on one side only. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now, if you get used to looking at me retouching every night, what are you gonna do when I actually have work to do? I'm gonna have to go back to your families and stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm not reading the chat, sorry. Molding. I don't know. What is molding? Actually, all skin needs sharp eyes for color correction. But I did most. I did most of it because in the raw she had like dark knuckles, and I fixed it. Oh, this is nice. I did some of the corrections when I was retouching the raw. Okay, now let's make the bottom part a bit darker. So I don't want to make it perfectly even, uh, because that would be unrealistic. I just want to make it not so different. The top part of her fingers and the bottom part. Gums. And this goes here. Yeah. See? And they don't look like sausages. It's only a bit. Okay, I'm gonna turn the help on. Yeah, but I understand carving a lot better. Because one thing is to use dodging and burning for correction, like I'm doing now, to correct shadows and highlights. And the other one is to use it for carving, which is exaggerating the facial features. Well, actually, the features, not only facial. So carving for us, for retouchers, is a very specific, clear term. I wish clients used it. uh, Clients never use any of the terms we use. Once a client told me that the the face looked too burnt, and I assumed he meant dark, and he meant too light. So that was a tricky one. We should have like a dictionary for clients, and vice versa. I wanted to make a dictionary for new retouchers, so new retouchers knew what we meant with certain terminology. But because I'm not learning anymore, I forgot like the terminology that people don't know. For me, all the terminologies are obvious, so it's really hard for me to do a dictionary. So if you have any ideas, but I guess you don't know the terms you don't know, so it's hard for you to do as well. Okay, let's see how that looks. So it's the same. It doesn't matter what you do. This going back and thinking, hey, does it look better or not, is something that you should do very often in an image. Now I'm literally looking at the image to see if something bothers me, like if something calls the eye, if something like annoys me. I think the roundness, like it looks like someone put a finger in her nose, like this. So I'm gonna dodge and burn that a bit to get rid of that appearance. And I'm gonna dodge and burn a bit more under the eyes and around the mouth. Let's put that color corrections there. Only the dodge and burn in the dodge and burn folder. But as you can see, the image is pretty much done. So again, someone asked me if I zoom into 300% for working. Most of the time, no. I want to see the full image. But when I see something that bothers me from the far and I need to go in to fix it, I usually zoom in a lot to fix it and then go out, because otherwise you end up painting like not only the place you need but also like around the place you need, and then you create a different issue, and so on and so on. So the retouching process takes longer because you're not doing it carefully. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, some shapes. I'm sorry if I'm getting really close to the camera, but I'm just turning my whole body to be able to paint where I want. The photographer is not online, right? Clark is not online. Because this is the point where I would send this to the photographer and ask feedback on the image. Oh, sorry, I go really quiet when I dodge and burn. Can you still see and hear me all right? You haven't like written anything in a while. Don't leave me alone. Hello? Hello? Oh, I lost the chat a long time. Yeah, no, it wasn't that you weren't writing. It was just that the app crashed in my phone. Wow, who's on a photo? I want to know now. By the way, why do you use different names? Why don't you use your name in your Twitch account? Okay, almost done, I promise. By the way, black skin is so much better for photography than white skin. When I say better, I mean interesting. My kid fighting with my dog, if you can hear it. Okay. I went quiet again. Sorry. So, so Sonofoto is Zoe Nobles. Zoe Nobles. That was your name. Maybe I should do this streaming earlier. I'm trying to make the nose less round, by the way. Yeah, I like it. And I think the crop should be more centered on the face. Eh, 3, 4. Ah, come on. 3, 4. But I'm not gonna touch this like until the photographer says something. Just amputated her hand. Yeah, no, it needs to be closer. I don't know why it's taking so long. What do you think? Something like this, right? Could be even closer. What do you think? Daniel, you're the photographer here. Anyway, I'm not gonna crop it. The only way to learn something is to look at a lot of that thing. So the more beauty you consume, the better you will be at knowing how something should look. But I always leave the cropping to the photographers anyway, unless I have like an absolute must make suggestion. I leave it to them, and I usually retouch the whole frame so they can choose the crop they want without being limited by retouching. Anyway, okay, so I'm done with this image. Well, not done. I would send this to the photographer and ask him what he thinks. Maybe he notices like some details on the skin or something. I think there's some like discoloration of skin there that I can fix. Like I can go to the red. Yeah. Like that. That works. I don't know if you saw it, by the way. I don't know if you saw what I'm fixing. That's what I mean. But do you see it when I do before and after? Like a brighter tone there. So I think I could do a bit more dodging and burning here on the chin to make it even, to make the cheekbone even rounder here, like really, really perfect. But I'm gonna let the photo and get rid of these hairs, like baby hair on this side, this part, and this. I need to make the eyebrow perfect. See, if I get a bit closer, I'm already noticing things. So I'm going to do as I would do in real life and export a full size for the client. By the way, I use like never 100 but 9095 JPEG, embed color profile, convert to sRGB, okay? And I send the client a full size JPEG and I call it whip, so they can tell me streaming, there we go, what they think. And this is it for today. I'll see you guys again tomorrow and I will continue with the other images. Un poquito de pintura. Ah, ni siquiera revisé las uñas. Tengo que... es más, me puse a hacer el Dodge and Burn y no revisé las otras uñas. Lo voy a hacer después. The palm. Yes, but the thing is, black people have whiter palms. Para la punta de la nariz. Mario, la punta de la nariz. ¿Qué tenía la punta de la nariz? Le saqué, de este lado le saqué como el dedito que tenía apretándole la nariz. Por ahí se lo tendría que sacar de este lado también. Pero tengo miedo que me quede muy triangular acá. Igual por ahí queda más linda triangular. Pero por ahora la voy a dejar porque tengo que ir a cocinar. Así que si le hago, yo no le hice nada en el tiempo que no estaba streameando, no le hice nada a la imagen. Así que si después le hago algo, se los muestro. Así que bueno, hasta mañana, gente. Chao, chao.